Welcome to New Water's virtual tour. New Water, the brand of the Green Bay Metropolitan Sewerage District, was formed in 1931. Serving a 285 square mile service area, New Water collects and treats an average of 38 million gallons of wastewater a day between the Green Bay facility and De Pere facility. This tour will take you through the wastewater treatment process at New Water. We will begin at the pump station. With 5 stories above ground and 10 stories below ground, the pump station is the second tallest building in Green Bay, with Lambeau Field being the tallest. Wastewater flows through a 9-foot interceptor pipe underground and reaches New Water primarily by gravity. We call this wastewater influent. Influent arrives 100 feet below ground. Inside the wet well of the pump station, influent is at a constant 15 feet. It is then pumped above ground by 4 Metro pumps. These Metro pumps have 900 horsepower each. 2 pipes take influent from the pump station to Headworks. Anything that is not supposed to be flushed is taken out in this building by bar screens that are 1/4 inch thick. These items include wipes, sanitary products, feminine hygiene products, diapers, and many others that should never be flushed in the first place. You should only flush the 3 P's: pee, poop, and toilet paper. Once the influent gets to the second floor, it flows by gravity all the way through the rest of the process. After leaving Headworks, influent reaches the primary clarifiers. The 4 primary clarifiers are 12 feet deep and hold approximately 1 million gallons each. Primary clarifiers are settling basins, where light substances float and heavier materials sink. Flowing substances are sent to solids, and heavier materials are removed by moving arms on the top and bottom of the clarifier. 60% of settleable solids will be removed in this step. The next step is the aeration basins. Here, there are 4 aeration basins that are 21 feet deep. In this stage, liquids enter into the non-bubbly side, known as the selector zone, and fall into the aerated portion. New Water uses microorganisms to clean the water. Microorganisms naturally occur in wastewater, and we create the ideal environment to flourish and multiply by supplying food and oxygen. Air is provided to each aeration basin by approximately 5,000 diffusers at the bottom of the aerated portions. There are 8 total final clarifiers, each 15 feet deep. This is the last stage before effluent enters the Fox River. Here, flow is slowed again, letting clumps of microorganisms sink, and lighter particles to float to the top where they are skimmed off. Black tarps around the clarifiers are to block sunlight in order to prevent algae from growing on the clean water. 8% of the bugs that make it to this stage are recycled back through the process, and 20% are sent to solids. Overall, the total liquids process takes about 24 hours. Resource Recovery and Electrical Energy is our solids handling facility. Solids are considered to be approximately 1% of wastewater. First, solids go through our digesters. The digesters are 110 feet tall and can hold 2.2 million gallons of sludge from primary solids, secondary microorganisms, and high-strength waste that is brought in by haulers. The digesters act like a human stomach. At 98 degrees, microorganisms eat and digest solids and create methane. The methane goes to the top of the digester, and the solids will sink to the bottom. The methane collected at the top of the digester gets put into 2 2-megawatt engines. These engines create exhaust, and we are collecting the exhaust to heat up other processes of our plant, like the centrifuges, dryer, and our office spaces. New Water is currently producing about 40% of our own energy at the Green Bay facility. The centrifuges take the 3% solids from the digester after it's done producing methane. They take about 150 gallons of solids per minute. As the centrifuge spins, solids go one way, and liquids will flow on the outer ring the other way. The solids go from 3% to 22% solid and become like an oatmeal consistency. Solids enter the dryer from the centrifuges. It spins like a home dryer, just larger, and dries sludge from 22% solid to 40% solid, which is like a moist birthday cake that is not baked all the way. The dryer is the biggest consumer of energy produced from the incinerator. The 44% solids from the dryer then goes into the fluidized bed incinerator. The incinerator is filled with sand, and at 1600 degrees acts like a hot sandstorm to break up sludge within seconds. Then it is put into an ash slurry cell, which takes about 4 months to fill. Hot exhaust gas from the incinerator is used to heat the thermal oil used in the dryer, and to heat the digesters. The control room is the nucleus of Nuware's operations. There's always at least one person in this room, 24/7, 365. Operators monitor both the Green Bay and De Pere facilities from the computers. This allows operators to monitor processes, equipment, badge swipes, diggers hotline requests, emergencies, plant security, alarms, and more. Operators can adjust anything from the computers, and also have to know how to do it in person as well. All buildings at Nuwater are connected by a tunnel system. With Wisconsin weather, it is easier to do maintenance work inside to keep things running smoothly. Our tunnels house much of the equipment that helps run the plant, protecting the equipment from the elements and allowing easy access for inspection, maintenance, and repair. Many employees often use bikes or carts to travel in the tunnels. Thank you for taking a virtual tour of Nuwater. We hope to see you soon.